Hi, in this FlowStory video we're going to take a closer look at how FlowStory manages your media. When you first launch FlowStory and choose Manage to set up your server connection, you'll enter your EditShare username and password. When you connect to the server, the EditShare media spaces that your account is authorized to connect to will be automatically mounted. Let's step into the project and have a look at that. Over on the Flow tab, these are the media spaces that my EditShare user account is authorized to access, and you can see them there on Finder. Right now, I'm in my facility connected to the Flow database and EditShare server via local area network. If you click on the settings up here and go to video, you'll be able to play back at full resolution or proxy resolution directly over the LAN from the server. You can switch freely between those as you wish. FlowStory gives you a number of different places where you can find out information on the source media for your clip. In the log tab, I've got my metadata panel here. The clip's location is here. If I want to reveal the clip in the media space, I just click on it to reveal the files. And there's that particular shot in my Avistyle space. You can also see the path of your media by going to List View in the project contents. We'll add the media location column. To add a new column, right click, choose Columns, Customize, and I want media location turned on, and I'm just going to reposition that so it comes after name. Set it as default, hit use. So again, I can see all my shots and their relevant paths. Now what does this bit here mean? It says media points to the EditShare media space. Well, this folder here, media, is set up in FlowStory on the settings tab under media. This folder will contain the pointer files that actually reference your media back to the EditShare server. By default, we put a space called media in your user FlowStory media folder. That's this one here. And the FlowStory media space comprises the material and the sound folder. When we're working on the LAN, this is just going to contain pointer files pointing to the EditShare server media space. In other circumstances, when you're away from the server, it can contain actual media. We'll look at that in a moment. So again, you can click these links to reveal the files. You can also right click on a clip and go to Media and choose Reveal. A few different ways of doing the same thing. If I import a file from a local path, let's choose this one here. You can see the pointer file is in my media folder, and it just points to another drive that I've got attached. If you don't want all your pointer files in the media folder, you can actually add your own media spaces by pressing the Add button and browsing to another path or drive, should you not want FlowStory media pointers in that particular location. Now, working at the facility connecting to the Flow server via the local area network is fine, but there may come a time where you want to disconnect from the local area network and work remotely. Now, just before we start discussing how to download files from your Flow server at base into the local FlowStory client system, and also once you've finished editing, how to upload files that are present on the local system back to the Flow server at base, we need to ensure that the user permissions set in Flow Control are correct to allow the user upload and download permission. Open Flow Control. Now my user is ICC down here, and I've got FlowStory set already. Additionally, I'd like to let this user be able to upload and download files from the Flow server. These permissions are simply set by selecting the option in the matrix. Okay, with those permissions set, let's check out downloading first of all. When you're working remotely with FlowStory, you will only be able to work with video playback at the lowest quality, which is proxy. This media is now being streamed through the Flow gateway to the FlowStory terminal, which means you must ensure you have sufficient bandwidth on your connection. If I want to disconnect from any type of network or internet connection to the Flow server and carry on working, we'll need to download material from the Flow server itself into the local machine. Let's go over to the Edit tab. Now I'm working on this highlight edit, and I'm going to take my system away from the local area network. I can still edit from where I am, but only on the proxy files, but they're going to be streamed, so I need to have access back to my base server via the Airflow gateway. When you're remote from the facility, if you attempt to play high-res material, it'll just be black. But what if I do want to play high-res material remotely? Well, you'll download the material to your local machine. So I'm going to carry on working on this sequence. To download all the shots in the sequence, go to your Sequences filter, locate the sequence, and simply right-click on it, go to Media, choose Download, and you'll be prompted whether you want the high-res, the proxy media, or both. I want to carry on working just with the high-res, so I'm going to download that. I've got a good internet connection back to base, so I can stream the proxy media should I need to. When you press Do It, the background download will start, and while that media is downloading, you can carry on working. And obviously when you're downloading media from the Flow server, again that's going to depend on your connection speed back to base. Now we're not actually removing any material from the Flow server itself, we're just making a local copy on our system here. Okay, let's right click, make a bin of the clips used in the sequence, and check their media paths. Now I can see that all my clips are linked through my FlowStory media folder. The high-res versions of them are now contained in the same folder, media/material. So if we click that link, here's my local FlowStory material folder, and there's the high-res MXF. Brilliant. Now if I just make a bin of these few shots, there's a couple of other ways you can download media. If I was in a bin, I can right-click on the blank area, choose Media, Download. I can select a clip, or if I command-click a number of clips, same again. And you can also download the whole sequence by right-clicking the sequence viewer, Media Download, or on the log viewer. Right-click, Media Download. Now while you're disconnected from your Flow and EditShare LAN and working remotely, if you add material to the system, back to the Edit tab, and come to Publish, a flattened media file, everything's going to be flattened anyway, but if you've got local media added and you right click and you're going to do Publish the sequence metadata as an AAF, and where we can see on the Publish panel, upload missing files to the server, remember we've already set that for this user in Flow Control to allow that to happen. We hope that's helped clarify how media is managed in FlowStory and how you can work in the local area network, and you can disconnect and work remotely by pulling down the high-res material to the local system. Thanks for watching, see you next time.